On behalf of Professor Raghuram Rajan and Stuart Myers, who are my co-authors on this paper, I would first like to apologize for none of us knowing Spanish. So I'm going to speak in English. All of us know many languages, especially Raghu and I, since we are both from India and there are zillions of languages out there. But unfortunately, none of them is very close to Spanish. So I would like to thank His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince of Spain, for presenting me the award. The President of the Madrid government, Ms. Aguirre, the Minister of Industry, Mr. Sebastian, the jury for the award, and the family of Jaime Fernández de Araoz for instituting this award. It's been my privilege to work on this paper which has won this award with Professor Stuart Myers and Professor Raghuram Rajan. For those of you who are new to the field of corporate finance, my two co-authors, Stuart Myers and Raghuram Rajan, are the two giants of corporate finance. So it's not surprising that having first had the privilege of working with them, today I also have this privilege of receiving the award. And while I'm very honored to receive the award, I think it's an equally big honor for me to be carrying this award back to these two giants of corporate finance. I wanted to say something interesting about the award, which is that the three of us have actually never met together in order to work on this paper. And any internal governance that we've imposed on each other has only been through email and telephone calls. I also wanted to say something on a light note, which is that though I don't have tears in my eyes, I feel absolutely like Roger Federer right now. So with that, let me give you a very brief summary of what the paper is about. It's a relatively simple paper, and I was thinking about, while I was sitting there, I was thinking about how best to summarize the paper. And I thought I'll use this one sentence, which is like a saying which is there in Indian scriptures, that 99% of all problems, of all our problems are inside us rather than outside. And I think you can characterize this paper that we've written in much the same way, that the problem of corporate governance of firms is often a problem that is inside the firm rather than outside the firm. I think if I had to summarize the paper in one line, I think that would probably be an accurate description. But let me read out a more technical, maybe somewhat boring summary of the paper. So while corporate governance is by and large interpreted as the effectiveness of mechanisms such as corporate boards, takeover activity, and shareholder activism, the recent financial crisis has illustrated that the internal governance of firms can be equally important. In particular, checks and balances employed and imposed by a firm's own employees on its decision makers can play a fairly important internal governance role. We develop a theoretical model of such internal governance of a firm where the self-serving actions of top management are limited by the potential reaction of their subordinates. Put simply, if top management is myopic or short-termist and does not invest in the firm's long-run future, then subordinates and junior management who are better aligned with the firm's long run can hold their effort back. Such reaction can hurt the top management as it also affects the firm's short-run prospects. Thus, internal governance can lengthen the horizon of top management's decision-making, and it works best when both top management and subordinates are important for value creation. We also allow for corporate governance that is provided by external financiers of the firm in enhancing the firm value. Interestingly, the interaction of the external and the internal governance of a firm provides a theory of investment and dividends over the firm's life cycle, something that has puzzled the corporate finance research for a long time. Finally, the internal organization of firms, for example, the firm's succession plan, who's going to be the next CEO, how do you arrange the hierarchy of the firm's CEO, the top management, the junior management, and then the subordinates. this internal organization can also be structured to enhance this disciplining role of internal governance. Our theory explains why firms with limited external oversight, such as firms in countries with poor external governance, can have substantial value. Or put conversely, our theory explains why even firms with external oversight, such as in developed countries, can go astray when the internal governance mechanisms break down. While that's the technical summary of the paper, let me once again end on a note of gratitude. All three of us are very deeply grateful to everyone who's been involved in presenting us this award. And I can guarantee you that with the two giants of corporate finance who I mentioned who are on this paper, I think this award will only scale higher heights going forward. Thank you so much.